What's going on YouTube? It's Matty with FusaroFitness, and today I want to talk a little bit about deloads. I think it's something that doesn't get enough attention and is very beneficial when implemented into people's training routines. For all of us who go to the gym, we know that we can't give it 100% every time physically and mentally. We're just not capable of doing that. There's stress placed on our body every day, and it's just physically impossible to be the absolute best every single time you step into that gym. So there comes a time where you need to take a step back and deload, just mentally, physically, and take that time to recover a little bit, repair some tissue. And what we're going to do is really quickly a little PowerPoint presentation going over some of the steps on how to deload, what it is, why you do it. And I'm going to try and keep this short, but I know a lot of people are more visual, so it might be easier to read along as I talk about it. And hopefully you guys can get something out of this. So let's get started. First of all, deloads, are they necessary, is going to be the major question. Again, you'll find out in this presentation, so let's get started. Who are they for? Why do we do them? When should we implement them? And how should we implement them? What is a deload? That's the question everyone's wondering. A deload really is a planned break from training. So whether you're going to the gym every single day or you have a specific program, the program may actually determine the deload for you. Something such as Wendler's 531, it tells you how to cycle the deloads into your workout. Now, this period is, again, reducing your strength training, and that could be reducing a variety of different things, including volume, intensity, and frequency. So you're going to cut the amount of total sets and reps, you're going to lower the amount of weight that you're using, you're going to lower the amount of times that you step into the gym, or in some cases you may even just take time off from the gym completely, go on a little vacation, just stay out of the gym for a while and let your body rest and recover. Why should you be deloading? Well, one of the major reasons is because, again, you physically need a break and you mentally need a break. You can't give it 100% every time. You have to allow your body some time to recover, not only just your muscles, but joints and tendons and your central nervous system, which a lot of people look past. It's not just the soreness that you're getting in your muscles that you need to take time away from the gym from. Your central nervous system is being taxed every time you go into that gym. You want to reduce the risk of any injury because you keep pushing yourself past these limits that you're just physically incapable of doing. And really, you can break through these plateaus and stalls in progression that you may be facing. So you want to set yourself up to make progress in the gym. That's what we do. Every time we step into the gym, we're there to better ourselves. So comes the question, when should you be deloading? And the answer to that really, again, depends on the individual. There are going to be different factors that determine when the best time to deload would be. Your lifting experience is going to be one of them. How long have you been lifting? Your age is going to play a role as well. The older you get, the harder it becomes to recover. Your level of intensity. Are you going into the gym every single workout, not using something like the RPE scale or the rate of perceived exertion, where you gauge your workouts depending on how you feel? If you're feeling strong that day, go ahead and kill it. Increase the amount of sets and reps. If you're feeling a bit weaker, don't try and kill it. Don't try and give it 100%. Listen to your body. Your ability to recover. Again, this can deal with age and lifting experience. Are you sore for 5 days and unable to even get out of bed, or do you feel perfectly fine? Your lifting program. Again, as I mentioned earlier, Jim Wendler's 531 implements a deload into the workout program itself, along with many other programs. They do this as well. General recommendations. This, again, is just a general recommendation. It's not going to be for everyone. It can vary from person to person. If you are a beginner, you can get away with not deloading for a long time, and we could be talking up to a year or more, mainly because you don't have the ability to tax your nervous system and your body that much because you're not working with extremely heavy weights, or you shouldn't be. If you're a beginner, you should be focusing on form, technique, mind to muscle connection, all of that beginner stuff, foundational work. If you're an intermediate lifter, you're looking at maybe this could be 8 to 10, 10 to 12 weeks, even a little bit longer. These are the people who have been in the gym for a year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years, and understand how to properly lift and do work out with intensity, and there is a time to step back a little bit. And then you have your advanced trainees who are in the gym, they are kicking ass, they've been doing this for a long time, they know how their body works, they're working out with high intensity, their ability to recover may have gone down a little bit as they've been training for a long time. Their body has been put under a ton of stress from the heavy weights they've been using for years and years. Every 4 to 6 weeks is a smart plan of action if you are looking to take a step back and deload. Now, how are you supposed to deload? Again, this is going to differ for every single person. It's going to depend on your training program, your style of training, and most of all, it's going to be your own choice. Everyone likes to do this differently. Some suggestions on ways to deload would be reducing the amount of weight by approximately 50%. So let's say you're lifting 100-pound dumbbells 8 times. Go ahead and you can lower that to 50-pound dumbbells and still do it for the 8 times. But again, your body is placed under a lot less stress due to the decrease in weight. You can also keep the weight the same and lower the volume and the intensity, which would be not trying to pyramid the weight up, keep the weight where it is, but lower the amount of sets and reps that you are doing, which I don't recommend lifting the same weight in a deload. I do recommend cutting back the amount of weight that you're lifting, but again, that's going to be your personal preference. You could take away heavy compound movements such as your low rep strength training squats or bench press or military press or deadlifts or anything like that, which you don't have to do. You can also remove assistance work instead. You could just go in the gym and do some compound lifts and get rid of all the bicep curls and tricep extensions and lateral raises and all of those additional movements that you add onto your main compound lifts. This is the time to focus on your form when you're deloading. A lot of times we just go through the movements. You know, we've been in the gym for so long, we keep going day after day doing the same workout or changing up our workout a little. We could just get used to doing this and this so many times that you may not even feel like you're hitting the targeted muscle anymore. You're just going to the gym, going through the movements and leaving the gym, and you lost that focus. So a deload can be a good time to regain that focus. Or, like I said earlier, you can actually take an entire week off from the gym. Believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy. We find it hard to take time away from the gym when we've been going for a long time. We feel very unproductive, but this is again the time to get that rest and recovery, be productive in other aspects of your life, focus on different goals, and then when you go back to the gym, you probably will be a stronger version of yourself. Signs pointing to should I deload? There are probably going to be many of them, and a lot of us ignore them again because we want to get into the gym and kick ass, but you have to take a step back sometimes. If you lose some motivation or desire to train, you should obviously take some time off. If you hit a plateau, most people will keep trying to go heavier and heavier and heavier because they're mad that they hit a plateau, when really if they just took a step back a little bit, gave their body and central nervous system a break, and then came back to the weights, they'd be pretty surprised at the amount of weight that they would be able to lift, breaking through that plateau. You may be physically and or mentally drained. The stress can be taking over from doing the same thing over and over again. You may have aches and pains. A lot of people complain about tendonitis or wrist pain or forearm pain when doing some certain movements. These are all signs that your body needs a break. If you're training regularly with intensity, you should be implementing deloads into your program. You don't have to have an ache or a pain to deload. Deload before any of these symptoms occur to save yourself. And pretty much to sum everything up with deloads, they usually last about 1 week. So if you're doing them every 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to take that 1 week to deload or take a week off from the gym. Or again, your program may implement the deloads into the program. You get stronger through recovery, as I mentioned earlier. You reduce the risk of injury rather than waiting for yourself to get injured and then having to take time away from the gym. You give yourself a mental break. You give your central nervous system a break, which again, a lot of people don't realize you are taxing every time you lift. It's not just your muscles. And again, the body just can't handle 100% of intensity every single time you step in that gym. It's just physically not possible. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the description box below or feel free to message me. And as always, thank you for watching the video. I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate all your support. And if you have any other questions on this information, again, feel free to ask. Don't forget, if you like these style of videos, let me know in the comments, and please give the video a like rating or a thumbs up. That's helping my channel grow, and I'll continue to do this style of video. As I said earlier, I know a lot of people learn better while reading along with someone speaking, rather than just hearing me ramble and not being able to retain the information. So that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and thanks for the support.